Today, I want to bring you guys through a full day of eating because I'm pretty on it with my calories and macros like almost every day. Obviously, some people struggle with it, so I want to show you guys how I do it. I'll show you how I track it as well. I'll just screen record it and pop it up on a thing, and then you guys can kind of like get an idea of how you can do it, and it's not that hard, and then you just have to like be weary of like what you're eating and think about it to plan it out. So this one isn't going to be too long, nor am I going to like edit it too much. Probably. I gotta change this battery, but we'll get into it. Okay, so first thing I have in the morning, at least right now, is 3 slices of turkey bacon. I also have 3 eggs, which I'll just cook afterwards. And then last thing is cottage cheese. So I'm gonna make the breakfast and I'll punch it all into the app, calories and macros, whatever. It's not a lot of calories, so it's good if you're cutting. Because I'm bulking, I'm also gonna make oats. It's 2 packs of whatever kind of oats, plus a scoop of protein powder and milk. That's another like 500 calories. So again, I'll total everything after I make it, but I'll cut to that now, and then you can see, and then we'll go from there. Okay, what's up? So this is the finished product for bacon and eggs. As you can tell, there's some barbecue sauce on it. You wouldn't think barbecue sauce is good, but this doesn't really taste like barbecue sauce. It's just like some kind of honey thing. Anyways, it's fire. You can get this at Costco. It is 50 calories for 2 tablespoons, so be cautious of that. It's fire. So we'll be back in a minute. Okay, as you can see, oh god, probably some stuck in my braces, but that's okay. So I use MacroFactor. I think it's better than MyFitnessPal. It also lets you, it'll use like AI to calculate like little changes in your calories and whatever. So that's kind of cool, but I'm gonna show you how I track everything. So pop it up right here. Okay, so what I do is I just go to search. I have eggs here, so I just go 3 eggs. And then I also had the Lilydale turkey bacon, 120 grams, because it's 40 grams per slice, so if I had 3, it's 120. So add that, and then cottage cheese. Typically I do like 175, but I had like 166 grams because that was the last of the tub. The one thing I really like about MacroFactor, which I don't think you can do in MyFitnessPal unless you can now, is instead of it being like by the cup and then you have to calculate everything, you can just hit gram and then like 166, and it'll just put you right on the mark with calories, macros, etc. So that's what I just had. So I hit done, log foods. Now for the day, I'm at 501 calories out of 2,900, 58 grams of protein in 500 calories. So if you understand like protein to calorie ratio, 58 grams of protein for 500 calories is really good because I didn't have that much food, but I've hit quite a bit of my protein, pretty much like a third of the day, right? And that 500 calories was pretty satiating compared to if I went and got like a Big Mac or like some stupid thing out there that has a lot of fats or whatever, which increases the amount of calories without increasing the amount of protein and like the actual like food that I'm getting, if that makes sense. I'm gonna go make my oats and then I'll come back and I'll update you on that one. I'm back. I'm not gonna show any more than that, but I'm gonna go to the gym in 2 hours probably, so I'll leave here in like an hour and 45. I need carbs before the gym as well as some protein. So considering I have no carbs, I need to eat carbs, which is what the oats are. Again, everything's here. What I can do with this app though is I can hit the scanner and then I can like scan what the barcode is and then punch in the serving size or whatever I do. So that's a really easy way to make sure you hit your calories. There's also AI in here if you need it, but best to just scan the product, weigh it out and everything. AI can help if you have no clue what it is. Anyways, so I'll go search for food and I'll go these Quaker oats here. So I'm going 2 pouches. Now we do a scoop of protein powder, the whey protein chocolate by LeanFit. Then I'll go find milk, partly skimmed milk here, 300 grams. Grams and mils are like literally the same thing. So just add that. My first breakfast, I guess 3 eggs, turkey bacon, cottage cheese, and now 2 packs of oats, 1 scoop of protein powder, 300 mils of milk. So if you do it separately like this, you can see the first one's 500 calories, the next is just over 600. So I'm just over 1,100 calories for the day so far once I eat this. Already at 100 grams of protein, 39 fats, 98 carbs. So that's great. I do also have my other stuff meal prepped, so it's beef and rice For the first one, it's about 600 to 700 calories for that. That'll have a decent amount of fats, but then my next meal is like chicken and potatoes, which is like not a lot of fats, just straight protein and carbs. Then I will probably need some more calories. So what I'll do is I will probably need more carbs. So I'll maybe try to make a shake that's like has less fats, more carbs in it. I just use oats and I blend them up, and that it gives you a ton of carbs. So that's one easy way to do it. So we'll get there later in the video, but that's what we're doing for now. So I'm gonna go to the gym in a couple hours, and then I'll come back and we'll start at the next meal. What's up, guys? It's 7:30, so I went to the gym a little bit later because I was waiting on my buddy. Anyways, meal 2. And again, this is a bad example for meal timing. I'm still gonna get my calories in throughout the day, but I should have eaten this earlier, right? Anyways, beef and rice. I'm just gonna to track it quickly. I'm using more of this sauce because it's fire. Like I said, also Coke Zero here and there. Obviously 0 calories, so fuck it. Currently at 1100 calories. I did snack on a little bit of trail mix in the car, which is a significant amount of calories, probably 200 calories worth. But I'm bulking. I'm not really gonna track that because it just adds to what I ate and not like a crazy amount. If you're cutting 100%, you need to track that. Anyways, so with this, what I did is like I could go in and search up beef and like rice and whatever, but there's a quick add option. I'll show you here, and you can throw in the amount of calories, protein, fats, carbs. I like this option easier for when I like bulk prep beef and rice or like chicken and potatoes or whatever, because I'll just go to ChatGPT and I'll say like, hey, I cooked like 1 kg worth of like whatever kind of beef from Costco and 1 cup of dry rice, cook it, mix everything together, add this and that, and then I weighed everything out and I said I divided it into like 4 containers. Can you calculate how many calories, protein, fat, carbs, etc. for me? The best way to do it would be to track like your beef and rice separately, but because again I'm bulking, I don't need to be like on it exactly. So I just mix it together and then I separate it into each one. But again, based on weighing everything prior, it still gives me a relatively close answer. So this one I did the other day with the quick add. So what I can do is I can go back to yesterday and then I find my quick add, which was the beef and rice, 610 calories, 58 grams of protein, 25 fat, 38 carbs. I can click it and go copy, and then what I can do is I can go copy to today and then come back to today, and now it's in there as well. So we have my breakfast, my I guess second breakfast, and now the beef and rice. So now, without the trail mix that I didn't track, we're looking at 1700 calories. So I'm gonna eat this, then I'm gonna do some video editing, whatever. And then I have chicken and potatoes I'm gonna have, so I'll update you there. And then again, according to how many calories I need left is how I'm gonna figure out what to eat afterwards. Most likely gonna be a shake, but we'll get there when we get there. So I'll see you in a little bit. We're back for meal number 3. I just shot a video on my phone, posted it, and I gotta send some content to a podcast studio in hopes that I can get work there, because that'd be sick. Anyways, number 3, the chicken and potatoes that I was explaining, I did put more of that sauce on because it's fire. So I'm gonna dig into this in a little bit, but as usual, okay, so currently at 1727 calories, 159 grams of protein, 64 fats, and 136 carbs. So this is chicken and potatoes. For you that don't know anything, this is like, it's chicken breast, which is like literally almost all protein, and then potatoes is almost all carbs. So there's not many fats in this meal, which is good because I want to stay around like under 80, like 8. I want 80 fats because you need fats, but I don't want to go crazy over, which is really easy to. So we're looking good on that. Potatoes and chicken breasts, it's about the same serving size. So what I do is I just click search for food, and then I'll go potato right here at 170 grams. That's about what I have in here. And then chicken breast. I think this one's a little bit less, so let's call it 260. Log food. As simple as that. So again, I'm making this video to show you guys that it's really not that hard, and this shit makes a world of difference. So now if we look at my calories for the day, I'm at 239 grams of protein. More than I need, but it's better to have more than less, obviously. 73 fats, which is pretty much perfect in the range. And then my carbs are at 170 instead of 345. So I have some work to do in that sense. I need to eat more carbs, which means the shake, I'll probably just put a little bit of peanut butter in because that's fats, but the shake gets me a lot of carbs, gets me over 100 grams. So we'll check back in a little bit, but right now I'm sitting at 2268 out of 2900, and the macros are looking good so far. So check in a little bit. It is now 11:15. Here's my shake. I've already put in my calories for this one. As you can see, I'm at 3120. I had like way more protein than I needed today because the chicken breast was just like a bigger chicken breast, I think, so it had quite a bit. That's not the end of the world. It's just like kind of pointless to have that much. You just need what you need and like be safe and have a little bit more. My fats are good. They're at 100 out of 80, but I'm lower on my carbs, so they're both sources of energy. One's just like not instant energy. It's not the biggest deal, but again, if you're cutting, you should like really try to be like exact with everything. I'm bulking, so it's not that big a deal. And I know there's gonna be people probably in the comments, probably some of my buddies, being like, you're making a video on like tracking calories and like your calories are off, like, or your macros are off. Hitting my protein and hitting my calories, and if they're off slightly like this, it's not the end of the world. If you eat like this every day, you'll be fine. According to your calories and macros, of course. But so I'll show you down here what I did. Typically I have like a whole scoop of protein powder in this, but I didn't need that because I already had so much protein. And then typically I have 2 scoops of protein, or of peanut butter, 2 servings of peanut butter. But I just had 1 because it's more fats that I don't need because I'm already past a little bit. I had a little bit more milk just because it was literally the end of the jug, so I'm not going to leave a little tiny bit in there. And then my serving of berries and everything. So what I did was I put everything in here to see what lines up, and then try to get it as close as I can, and then I can like make my shake according to like what I did here. Sometimes I don't do that, but I did this time, just to make sure I can get as close as I can. So my calorie intake is around 2,900, so I had 200 more today, which is like not a big deal because I'm not cutting. But this is the idea. If you track like this daily, you're making sure you're hitting your protein and you're making sure you're getting enough calories in. That's how you can actually know that your nutrition is on track. And then if you're cutting, you just need to eat the right amount of calories to lose weight, but still hit your protein to not lose any muscle mass, so that you're just losing body fat. That is it for the video. My battery is about to die, but yeah. Thanks for watching. Like the video and subscribe if you're new, because I would love to have you as a subscriber. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you enjoyed, and peace out.